Welcome to Pongal Online Classes. See students, in the previous class we are completed the 10th question. So today we are going to continue the top question number 11. See the question number 11. So what is the question number 11 is? The sum of first P, Q and R terms of an arithmetic progression are A, B and C. So what is the question? Sum of first P, Q, R terms. Sum of first P terms is A, sum of first Q terms is B, and sum of R terms is C, respectively. Prove that. What is the question is, you have to prove that A by P into Q minus R plus B by Q into R minus P plus C by R into P minus Q is equal to 0. So, the sum of first P terms is A and the sum of Q terms, first Q terms is B. Sum of R terms, the first R terms is C. So they are asking me how to prove this one. A by B into Q minus R, B by Q into R minus P, C by R into P minus Q is equal to 0. So see this one, how to prove that. First, what they are given that. Let A1, because in the question already they are given the A, so that's why I am taking A1 is the first term and D be the common difference of arithmetic progression respectively. So I am taking the first term in the arithmetic progression is A1 and the common difference is D. So then what happens here? See that one. Then according to the given question we have, what is the question they are given? Sum of P terms is A. So what is the meaning? SP is equal to P by 2 into 2A1 plus P minus 1 into D, that is equal to A. So what is this meaning? Already you know the formula Sn. What is the Sn is? Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So Sn, but it is a Sp. So in the place of n you have the p, so it will become p by 2 into 2a1 plus p minus 1 into d, that is equal to a. So take the 2 and 2a and take this 2 to this side, it will become 2a, and take the p to the denominator, then what you will get that one. So that is 2a1 plus 2a1 plus p minus 1 into d is equal to, take the 2 to the numerator 2a and take the p to the denominator, it will become by p. So 2a1 plus p minus 1 into d, it will become 2a by p. So why? Because once again see that one, what is the Sn? Sn value is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So in the place of n and taken the p, it represents that it is the sum of first p terms. Similarly, in the question they are given one more step. What is that? The sum of first q terms is b. So similarly, I will take SQ. So what is the SQ value? SQ is equal to Q by 2 into 2A1 plus Q minus 1 into D, that is equal to B. So take this value 2A1 plus Q minus 1 into D, 2A1 plus Q minus 1 into D is equal to, take the 2 to this side, it will become 2B, and take the Q to the denominator, it will become 2Q by B. So 2a1 plus q minus 1 into d, it will become 2b by q. So that is the equation number 2. Similarly, in the question they are given one more step. What is that step? Observe this one. Sum of first r terms is the c. Similarly, you can take SR. What is the SR? R by 2 into 2a1 plus r minus 1 into d, that is equal to c. So from this step, similarly, you can take 2a1 plus r minus 1 into d is equal to 2c by r. So take, this is the equation number 3. So this is the conditions they are given. Sum of p terms is a and sum of q terms is a b and sum of r terms is the c. So from these three conditions, I am taken 2a1 plus p minus 1 into d value is 2a by p. 2a1 plus q minus 1 into d value is 2b by q. 2a1 plus r minus 1 into d value, it is a 2c by r. So after getting this one, what I will take that equation 1 minus equation 2. And I will take one more step, equation 2 minus equation 3. Then automatically you will get a d value here. See that one, how to find out that one example. Now I am going to subtract 2 from equation 1, that is a 1 minus 2. What it will become that? So first see that one, what is the first equation? 2a1 plus p minus 1 into d, that is equal to 2a by p. And what is the second condition is 2a1 plus q minus 1 into d is equal to 2b by q. Already you know this one. Just in the next step you can observe these two terms. Just I will return that I am taking the minus. What happens? 2a1 will be cancelled directly. So then what we can return? Now subtract 2 from 1, we get what is the term? You will get that 2a1 minus 2a1 plus 2a1 will cancel. What it will become? Take the difference of these two terms. That is p minus 1 into d minus q minus 1 into d, that is equal to, in the RHS side also you can take that the difference, that is the 2a by p minus 2b by q. All are understood, students? So 1 minus 2, automatically you can take that minus 2a minus of q minus 1 into d minus 2b by q. Minus 2a plus 2a1 will be cancelled. You can get p minus 1 into d minus q minus 1 into d, that is equal to 2a by p minus 2b by q. See in the next step, take the d common from these two terms. What you will get that one? That is nothing but the d into p minus 1 minus, apply the inside that minus q minus of minus plus 1, that is equal to, take the pq LCM. So that is nothing but the 2aq minus 2bp by pq. And here what is the terms will be cancelled? Minus 1 and plus 1 will be cancelled. You will get that d into p minus q, that is equal to 2aq minus 2bp by pq. So take the d value and take this p minus q to the denominator. It will become d is equal to 2 into aq minus bp by pq into p minus q. So take this is the equation number 4. So what I am did that 1 minus 2, after getting I am getting the d value here. Now I am taking subtracting 3 from 2, that is a 2 minus 3. So see in the next step, what is the equation 2 and equation 3 are? Already we know this, equation 2 and equation 3. So I am taking that equation 2 minus equation 3. Similarly, we will get that, what is that, 2a1 will be cancelled. So automatically what you will get that one, q minus 1 into d minus of r minus 1 into d, that is equal to 2b by q minus 2c by r. So take the d common from these two terms, d into, take the d common, q minus 1 minus r minus of minus, it will become plus 1. So that is equal to 2bq by q, that is the 2b by q minus 2c by r. So here minus 1 and plus 1 will be cancelled. D into q minus r, and take the qr LCM. So 2br minus 2qc by qr. And I need the d value here. D is equal to 2 into br minus 2qc by qr. Take this q minus r to the denominator. It will become qr into q minus r. So this is the equation number 5. So we get that equation 4 value is do, that is the d, and also equation 5 value is also d. Both are same, so we can equate that from equation 4 and equation 5. So equation 4 value gives the d value, and equation 5 is also giving the d value. So equate them both. So what happens? On equating both the values of d obtained in 4 and 5, we are equating the both the terms. So what you will get that aq minus bp by pq into p minus q, that is the 2 will be cancelled directly, we can take the value br minus qc by qr into q minus r. This value is 2 is there, that fourth term, see that one, what is the fourth term is here, So the two value is also cancelled. You can get a direct value AQ minus BP by PQ into P minus Q. And here we got that fifth term is also, we can cancel the two value here. So we'll get that BR minus QC by QR into Q minus R. That means we are cancelling the two on the both the sides. You are getting this equation. And also C in the denominator PQ, and here the denominator is QR is there. So you can cancel the Q also. You can cancel the Q also. So what is the remaining value is R into Q minus R. Here P into P minus Q. So then what happens is here. So AQ minus BP by P into P minus Q, that is equal to BR minus QC by R into Q minus R. Take the cross multiply, multiply this side, and take the cross multiply and multiply this term to this side. So what you will get that one? R into Q minus R into AQ minus BP, that is equal to, take the term to this side. So P into P minus Q into BR minus QC. All are understood, students? So take this R inside, what happens? So A in R, take the R to inside, it will become A. So that is nothing but we are written the same step here. Just shuffle the terms. So R into AQ minus BP into Q minus R. Here P into BR minus QC into P minus Q. I'm taking R inside, and here the P inside, what happens? AQR minus BPR into Q minus R, that is equal to, take the P inside, it will become PBR minus, take the P inside, it will become CPQ into P minus Q. So now I am dividing the total equation with the PQR. LHS and RHS, I am dividing PQR. So what happens? If you are dividing these total term with the PQR, and also I am dividing the total term with the PQR. So what happens? See that one. So AQR by PQR. AQR by PQR. So see this one. QR will be cancelled. What is the remaining value is P. So it will become A by P minus BPR by PQR. PR will be cancelled. The denominator will become the Q. So it will become B by Q into Q minus R. So that is equal to, similarly, see this step. B into BPR. If you are divided with PQR, what is the terms will be cancelled? P and R will be cancelled. The remaining value is Q. So it will become B by Q minus CPQ. So CPQ is there. So we are dividing with the PQR. P and Q will be cancelled. The denominator will remain R. So it will become C by R into P minus Q. So see students, once again dividing both the sides with the PQR. I am dividing with the PQR here. What happens? So AQR by PQR. QR will be cancelled. The denominator will become P. That is A by B. So BPR by PQR. So PR will be cancelled. The remaining value will become B by Q. Here dividing with the PQR. BPR by PQR. PR will be cancelled. The denominator will become the Q. CPQ, we can divide with the PQR. What happens? CPQ by PQR. PQ will be cancelled. The denominator will become the R. It will become C by R into P minus Q. So see the next. What I am doing that one. Just multiply A by P into Q minus R. A by P into Q minus R minus B by Q into Q minus R. A by B into Q minus R minus B by Q into Q minus R. Similarly, multiply these two terms also. B by Q into P minus Q minus C by R into P minus Q. All are understood, students? Just I am multiplied the outside the term. So A by P into Q minus R, B by Q into Q minus R, B by Q into P minus Q, C by R into P minus Q. Take that value here. After getting, take all the terms to one side, what happens? Take the Take this term to the LHS side, minus B by Q into P minus Q. Take this term to the LHS side, it will become plus C by R into P minus Q is equal to 0. So all the terms take in one side. After taking the one side, what is the terms are A by P? These two terms are minus B by Q is there. So we can take a minus B by Q common from these two terms. In the next step, what is that? A by P into Q minus R. Take the minus B by Q common. So what happens? Q minus R plus P minus Q. Why? Because we are already taken the minus also common here. So what is the term? Q minus R plus P minus Q plus C by R into P minus Q is equal to 0. What is the terms will be cancelled here? Q will be cancelled. So what is the remaining value is minus R plus P. Minus R plus P. Q will be cancelled. Minus R plus P. I will take the minus common. Minus R plus P will become R minus P. Minus R plus P, if we can take the minus out, this minus R minus it will become the plus, and this minus R plus P will be become R minus P. See that one in the next step. A by P into Q minus R, we are taken that after cancellation of minus Q and plus Q, I am taking the minus out. So minus R plus P will become R minus P plus C by R into P minus Q is equal to 0. So that is the question they are asking. Hence, the given result is proved. See that question. See the question number 12. The ratio of the sum of m and n terms of an arithmetic progression is m square is to n square. Show that the ratio of m and n terms is 2m minus 1 is to 2n minus 1. So they are given the ratio of sum of m and n terms is m square is to n square. Then they are asking the ratio of mth term and nth term is 2m minus 1 is to 2n minus 1. So here what I will take that one first. Let us consider that a and d be the first term, a be the first term and d is the common difference of an arithmetic progression respectively. So I am taking a and d. A is the first term and d is the common difference of the given arithmetic progression. Then what is the condition they are given? So from the question already we have sum of n terms. Sum of n terms by sum of n terms is equal to m square by n square, the ratios. So sum of n terms by sum of n terms is equal to m square by n square. So already you know the formula sum of n terms is nothing but n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So automatically sum of n terms will become m by 2. In the place of n we will get m. So m by 2 into 2a plus m minus 1 into d, that is equal to m square by n square. So here the 2 will be cancelled and m square is there. One time will be cancelled, m and m square will be cancelled. So here n and n square is there. You can cancel that n and n square here. So that meaning is you can observe that one here. So you can cancel this value here, that is the m, and the square will be cancelled, and this n and this square will be cancelled, and also this 2 and this 2 also cancelled. So what you will get that one remaining value, it will become 2a plus m minus 1 into d by 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So here 2a plus m minus 1 into d plus by 2a plus n minus 1 into d will become m by n. So in the next step what I will take that from the numerator I am taking the 2 common. So what happens? A plus m minus 1 into d. So I am taking the 2 common in the numerator and I am taking the 2 common in the denominator also. So in the denominator, if you are taking the 2 common, it will become a plus n minus 1 by 2 into d, that is equal to m by n. See students, so in the question what they are asking, we have to find out the mth and n terms. So first you have to see that what is the mth term in the arithmetic progression. Mth term is a plus m minus 1 into d. So in the question they are asking mth term and nth terms, the ratio. So what is the meaning of mth term? Mth term is a plus m minus 1 into d. Yes or no? So but you can observe that in the numerator the term is like this one. What is that one? In the numerator a plus m minus 1 into d, but here what is the term is there? A plus m minus 1 by 2 into d. So this term you have to get m minus 1 automatically, it will become mth term. And in the similar way, in the place of n minus 1 by 2, you have to get n minus 1 automatically, this term will become nth term. So if you want to get m minus 1 by 2, you have to get m minus 1, what you have to replace. So I am taking m minus 1 by 2 is equal to, you have to get m minus 1. So take the 2 to this side, it will become 2m minus 2, and take this minus 1 to this side, it will become m is equal to 2m minus 1. So observe student, you have to get mth term. So what is the mth term is a plus m minus 1 into d. But in the equation what you got? A plus m minus 1 by 2 into d. So in the place of m minus 1 by 2, you have to get m minus 1. What is the value you have to replace? In the place of m, you have to replace m is equal to 2m minus 1. Similarly, you have to get nth term in the denominator, you have to replace n is equal to 2n minus 1. Why? Because in the question they are asking the ratio of mth term and nth term. So that's why we are taking m is equal to 2m minus 1 and n is equal to 2n minus 1. After getting these two values, replace in this equation, what we will get that putting m is equal to 2m minus 1 and n is equal to 2n minus 1. What we will get that the numerator it will become a plus m minus 1 into d by a plus n minus 1 into d. Why? Because m minus 1 by 2 it will become m minus 1 and n minus 1 by 2 it will become n minus 1. In the RHS side, you have m by n. But what is the m value? M value will become 2m minus 1. And n value it will become 2n minus 1. All are understood, students? So after getting this value, now what is the mth term of an AP is a plus m minus 1 into d. What is the nth term of an AP? A plus n minus 1 into d. That is equation number 3. So from 2 and 3, you can a plus m minus 1 into d, you can replace with 2m minus 1. So we can declare that therefore mth term of an AP by nth term of an AP is equal to 2m minus 1 by 2n minus 1. So that meaning is, hence the given result is proved. They are asking the ratio of mth term and nth term is equal to 2m minus 1 by 2n minus 1. All are understood, students? See the next question, question number 13. If the sum of n terms of an arithmetic progression is 3n square plus 5n and its mth term is 164, find the value of m. So in the question what they are given, the sum of n terms is given, that is a 3n square plus 5n, and the mth term is also given, that is a 164. They are asking find the value of m. Find the value of m. First see that I will take that one. Let a be the first term and d be the common difference of the arithmetic progression respectively. And they are given in the question mth term is 164. What is the meaning of mth term? Mth term formula is nothing but a plus m minus 1 into d is equal to 164. So and also they are given the sum of n terms of an arithmetic progression is 3n square plus 5n. So I will take that sum of n terms. What is the formula is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. But already they are given this value is 3n square plus 5n. So that value is nothing but n by 2 into 2a plus, take the d inside. So nd minus d, that is equal to 3n square plus 5n. So multiply that in the next step, take the term inside, what you will get that one here, n by 2 into 2a, it will become na, and you can take n by 2 into nd. So what happens, that is that d by 2 into n square, and you can take that n by 2 into d, that value it will become minus d by 2 into n. So that is equal to 3n square plus 5n. So after then I will take that one here. This is the NA and this is the minus d by 2 into n. So what I will take that one, d by 2 into n square, and I will take the n common from these two terms. What you will get that a minus d by 2 into n, that is equal to 3n square plus 5n. So d by 2 into n square, and I will take the n common from these two terms. It will become a minus d by 2 into n, that is equal to 3n square plus 5n. So what I will do that one, on comparing the coefficients of n square, what is the meaning is that if the both the equations are there in the LHS and RHS, I will take the n square coefficient. What is the n square coefficient? N square coefficient is d by 2, and equate the n square coefficient in the RHS. What is the n square coefficient is here? 3. So on comparing the coefficient of n square on both sides, we get, what is the value you will get that one? D by 2 is equal to 3. D by 2 is equal to 3. So this value you can written as a D is equal to 6. D value is 6. So all are understand, students? So I am using this condition, just I am taking the coefficient of n square. So we are getting the d value. After getting the d value, on comparing the coefficients of n on both the sides, we get. See next, what is the, I am taking that n coefficients. So see this one and this one. So what is this value? This is nth coefficient is a minus d by 2. What is the n coefficient in the RHS is 5. So what we can take it as so a minus d by 2 is equal to 5, and d by 2 value is 3 in the previous step. D is equal to 6, d by 2 is a 3. So what we can take it as a minus 3 is equal to 5, and take this minus 3 to this side, then automatically a will become 8. So D value is 6 and A value is 8. So we can substitute these two values in equation 1. So what is the equation 1? Equation 1 is nothing but A plus M minus 1 into D is equal to 164. And A value and D value you can replace here, you will get M value. So see that one. So in the place of A, you can replace the 8, and in the place of D, you can replace the 6. So 8 plus m minus 1 into 6, so that is equal to 164. So take the 8 to this side, 164 minus 8, it will become 156. So cancel that value here. So 6 and 156, it will cancel for 26 times. So after getting this value here, it will become 26. So m minus 1, it will become 26. So take this minus 1 to this side, automatically m will become 27. So this is the answer, that is m is equal to 27. Therefore, the value of m is 27. Are you understand, students? See the question once again. See the question number 14. So what is the question number 14 is? See that one. Insert 5 numbers between 8 and 26. In between 8 and 26, we are inserting 5 numbers such that the resulting sequence is an AP. Resulting sequence is an AP. So what is the question they are asking? You have to insert 5 arithmetic means. So A under 26, you have to insert the 5 numbers, and the resulting sequence is an AP, meaning is that 5 numbers is called arithmetic means. So in between 8 and 26, we have to insert 5 arithmetic means. All understand, students? So see that one first. Let us assume that A1, A2, A3, A4 and A5 be 5 numbers between 8 and 26, and taken the 5 numbers that I am inserting in between 8 and 26 such that the sequence is an AB. I am inserting the numbers inside A and 8 and 26. So the sequence is an AB. So here we have to find out these numbers A1, A2, A3, A4 and A5. So how to get these values are here. So first observe that one. In this AB arithmetic progression, already we know that the first term. So what is the first term? First term is 8. So observe that one. The last term is B. B is equal to 26. How many terms are here? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Total 7 terms are there. So that meaning is 26 is the seventh term. 26 is the seventh term. What is the seventh term formula? So that is nothing but A plus n minus 1 into D. A value is 8. So n value is 7. So you can take it as 26 is the seventh term. That meaning is 26 is equal to A7. So that meaning is we can take it as 8 plus 7 minus 1 into D. So take the 8 to that side, you will get that 6D is equal to 26 minus 8, that is equal to 18. And cancel with 6 here, what you will get, that value is nothing but here you will get 3. So D value, it will become the 3 only. So after getting the D value, and already we know the A value. A value you know that, and D value you know that. What is the A1? See, observe here. What is the meaning of A1? It is the second term in the arithmetic progression, yes or no? It is the first arithmetic, that is the arithmetic mean, but A1 is the second term in the arithmetic progression. So that meaning is, if it is A, automatically it will become A plus D. So A1 is equal to A plus D. So A value is 8 and D value is 3. Just replace that value here. 8 plus 3, that is the 11. Observe next A2. What is the A2? A2 is the third term. So what is the third term? It is A plus D, it is A plus 2D. So that is A2 is equal to A plus 2D. So that is nothing but 8 plus 2 into 3. So that is nothing but 8 plus 6. That value is 14. So next A3. What is the A3 value? You can return directly. A3 is equal to A plus 3D. Why? Because it is the fourth term. Actually, it is the arithmetic mean, but it is the fourth term. So A plus 3D, that is equal to 8 plus 3 into 3, that is equal to 8 plus 9, that is equal to 17. So A4. What is A4? A4 is the arithmetic mean actually, but in the sequence, it is the fifth term. So A4 is equal to A plus 4D. A plus 4D. Why? Because you can observe that one. What is A4? A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, A plus 4D. So A4 is equal to A plus 4D. So 8 plus 4 into 3, that is equal to 8 plus 12, that is equal to 20. So after that one, A5 is equal to, A5 is the sixth term. Sixth term is nothing but A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D, A plus 4D, A plus 5D. So 5 into 3 plus 8, so it will become 8 plus 15, that is equal to 23. So these are the 5 arithmetic means inserted between these two numbers 8 and 26. Automatically the resulting sequence will become arithmetic progression. Yes or no? See this one, 3 plus, that is the difference between first term and this term, that is nothing but 3, and these two terms are 3, these two terms are 3, these two terms are 3, these two terms are 3. In between these two numbers, we are inserted 5 numbers A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, such that the resulting sequence is an AP. Therefore, the required 5 numbers are in between 8 and 26, that is nothing but 11, 14, 17, 20, 23. All are understood, students? So in between two numbers 8 and 26, we are inserted 5 numbers. The resulting sequence is an AP, meaning is we have to insert 5 arithmetic means. That is, we are taken here and we are calculated here. See the question number 15. So what is the question number 15 is, if a power n plus b power n by a power n minus 1 plus b power n minus 1 is the arithmetic mean between a and b, then find the value of n. Find the value of n. So how to find out this value is, already arithmetic mean between a and b, what is the formula is a plus b by 2. But in the question, what they are given, the arithmetic mean between a and b is a power n plus b power n by a power n minus 1 plus b power n minus 1. Then what is the value of n? They are asking what is the value of n. So already I know that what is the arithmetic mean between a and b is a plus b by 2. But in the question they are given this one. Just equate the both, what we will get that a plus b by 2, that is equal to a power n plus b power n by a power n minus 1 plus b power n minus 1. So after that, just take the cross multiply, a plus b into, you can take this value to this side and take the cross multiply here, what we will get that one. So that is nothing but a plus b into a power n minus 1 plus b power n minus 1, that is equal to 2 into a power n plus b power n. So multiply the terms here, what we will get that one. First multiply with a into a power n minus 1. A into a power n minus 1, it will become a power n. Next multiply with a to b power n minus 1. So a b whole power n minus 1. Next multiply with b here, b into a power n minus 1. Next b into b power n minus 1, it will become b power n. So that is equal to 2 into, multiply inside, 2 into a power n plus 2 into b power n. So take this a power n to this side, what it will become that, and you can take that b power n is also this side, what we will get that one. So see this one, a b whole power n minus 1 plus a power n minus 1 into b. Here it is at 2 into a power n. If you can take a power n to this side, 2 a power n minus a power n, it will become a power n. Similarly, if you can take the b power n to this side, already 2 into b power n is there. 2 into b power n minus b power n, it will become b power n. Do you understand, students? So in the next step, I will take this b power n to that side and take this value to this side. So what happens? A b whole power n minus 1 into b power n, and take this value to this side. A power n minus 1 into b. So from these two terms, I am taking b power n minus 1 is a common. Why? Because b power n you can written as b power n minus 1 into b. So I am taking the b power n minus 1 common, it will become a minus b. Similarly, in these two values, I will take a power n minus 1 common, a power n you can written as a into a power n minus 1. So if you can take a power n minus 1 common, if the remaining value is a minus, already we are taking the a power n minus 1 common, the remaining value will become b only. So next, we can cancel that a minus b and a minus b here, what we will get that b power n minus 1 is equal to a power n minus 1. So that is, we can take the value here, b power n minus 1 is equal to a power n minus 1. What we can take the value here, a by b whole power n minus 1, that is equal to 1. So see this one here, a power n minus 1 by b power n minus 1, b power n minus 1, that value is equal to 1. From the previous term, from the previous step, you can get this value, a power n minus 1 by b power n minus 1 value, it will become 1. So this a power n minus 1 by b power n minus 1, you can written as a by b whole power n minus 1. So that value is equal to 1. But this 1 you can written as a by b whole power 0. Something power 0, it will become the 1 only. Why? Because this term is in the form of a by b. So that's why I'm changing the 1 value in terms of a by b. So a by b whole power 0, it will become the 1. Understand, students? So here 1 is there. So this 1 I am written in this form. So why? Because a by b whole power n minus 1 and here a by b whole power 0. The bases are equal, automatically the powers are equal. The bases are equal, automatically you can equate, the powers are equal. So that is nothing but n minus 1, it will become 0. So that implies n will become 1 only. N value is 1. Therefore, the value of n is 1. See students that question once again. And first write down the notes, and we have any doubt and you can ask the doubt in the WhatsApp. Okay, we will continue in the next class.